I've been a campaign strategist and LGBTQ issues expert for over 20 years, much of that time focusing on non-discrimination protections. So in 2015, when we were on the eve of winning marriage equality nationwide, it became really apparent to a lot of us that even with winning marriage equality, that there's still so much discrimination that so many in our community face. Seeking housing, seeking employment in public places like restaurants and retail shops, and that just shouldn't be. And so a group of us came together to form an organization now called Freedom for All Americans. It's such an honor to have been a founding member of this team, and I will be on this team until working together with those fair-minded Americans, we get these protections over the line nationwide. From 2016 to 2018, I had the honor and privilege of co-chairing the Yes on 3 campaign in Massachusetts, which was the first statewide vote on transgender rights in our nation's history. And the stakes could not have been higher, both for me as a transgender man, feeling the personal impact of it, somebody with deep roots in Massachusetts, but also for our movement. Part of the opportunity I had as the co-chair of that campaign was to see the love and courage that really powered that campaign on the ground to a landslide victory, 68 to 32%. I mean, it wasn't even close in the end, although it was a fight all the way to the finish. Parents standing up for their children, people of faith standing up for transgender people, not just in spite of their faith, but honestly because of their faith, business leaders standing up for their workers. People are with us. We just have to give them the opportunity to be with us. We are winning right now, and we will get protections nationwide over the line by 2025. I do believe that. Freedom for All Americans has one goal and has only ever had and never will have one goal, and that is to win nationwide non-discrimination protections for all LGBTQ people by 2025. And to accomplish that, we are focused on elevating stories and examples of harm to demonstrate the urgency and need that there is for these protections, to organize the supermajority of fair-minded Americans from all walks of life who support these protections to demonstrate that America is ready, that it is time, frankly, it is past time for our country, through Congress, to send a message that LGBTQ people are our friends, they're our family members, they're our neighbors, they should be treated with dignity and respect. My perspective on this is actually really formed by my personal experience. I was terrified to come out to my family as a transgender person, and I couldn't tell them face to face. I sent them an email, sort of hoped that everything would go okay. And when my brother got the email, he called me up, put me on a family-wide conference call, and he said to me, I don't care what name you want to go by, I don't care what pronouns you want to use, I love you. What I want to know is how you could have been struggling with this for so long, and I didn't know about it. I thought we were close. And that really sent a message to me that we got to give people a chance to be with us. We got to show people who we are, give them a chance to learn from us what it means to be us, what our experiences are. And so much of the work that Freedom for All Americans does in the states and does at the federal level is really about elevating these stories that we hear every day. I've heard so many stories of people turned away from a job, denied the ability to buy groceries at a grocery store, turned out of their apartment just because of who they are. And so I think the best way to move our work forward as LGBTQ people and as a campaign is to give people the opportunity to hear who we are, to become familiar with who we are, because everything in my personal and professional experience has taught me that when people see us as human beings and hear the experiences that we're having, they stand shoulder to shoulder with us. Oh, geez, where do I start? They say that when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, and that has been my great fortune for the last 4 years at Freedom for All Americans since it was founded. I have this great ability to meet the most amazing and inspiring people on the ground all across this country who are standing together, LGBTQ and not, to try to get these protections over the line. The thing that I'm most excited about is that day, by 2025, when we're able to look back and say, we finally got this done, that our community has the protections that it needs and deserves, and it's time to sign on the dotted line and close down Freedom for All Americans, because we've accomplished our mission.